Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I am your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 66 of our trek, and we will spend another day considering the obstacles and self-limiting beliefs that we face each day. Many times these obstacles are in our minds, and we need to learn to overcome them so we don't continue to bang our heads on the false barriers that we impose in our lives. Let us not be like the fleas that are so easily trained to limit themselves. We certainly are smarter than fleas, so let's break free of our self-imposed limitations and jump to new heights in our lives. We are recording our podcast from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. The preparations continue for our family gathering this weekend as we clean inside and out. Our contractor, who is helping with some of the renovations at the Big House, is also in this week, finishing up some of the trim work in a couple of the rooms. As we get started today, let's look at if we were to hike on rough trails with chains and shackles on, it would make the hike nearly impossible. At best, the progress that we would make would be very slow, and the danger of harm would be greatly increased. In the same way, if we allow the chains and shackles of our past to hold us back in our trek of life, any progress that we will make would be significantly limited. Let's begin today to make some good progress as we have removed the chains and shackles from yesterday. But as we do, we come around a sharp curve on the trail and discover a boulder has rolled into the path last night and has completely blocked the trail before us. Since the path is so narrow at this point, how will we ever continue? The boulder is too large to climb over, and we can't go around without falling off the cliff. Is it time to give up? We know that the path is now blocked forever, so we turn back. For most people in life, once we run into this type of roadblock, we never try again. We become fleas with our limiting beliefs that once we run into a block, we can never get through it, so we adjust our expectations to a lower level. Let's take a look at how this type of thinking can really stifle our potential in life. Yesterday, we looked at training the largest of animals, the elephant. Today, we are going to look at training one of the smallest of all insects, the flea. Your beliefs about yourself has a profound influence on your success in learning and your success in life. Your beliefs are the foundation upon which you build many of your thought patterns, your attitudes, and your actions. Unfortunately, these beliefs, particularly self-beliefs, can be very limiting in nature. So let's look at the scenario. We can learn a lot from a principle, surprisingly, from a jar full of fleas. If you fill a jar with fleas and place a lid on the jar, the fleas will jump and hit their heads on the lid and continue to jump and hit their heads. But leave them there for a few days, and the fleas will adapt to the environment to avoid the pain of hitting their heads. Eventually, they will not jump as high as the lid itself. A very interesting phenomenon with these fleas is that once they have learned to jump only so high, even their offspring that are born after the lid is removed will not jump any higher than their parents. So what's the lesson? Exactly what do we learn from this jar of fleas? Well, just as the fleas began with the capacity to jump higher than the lid on the jar, we as human beings have the capacity to accomplish great things. However, through your experiences and your own reasoning, you sometimes come to believe that your ability to succeed is limited. As with the fleas, many times your children and your grandchildren will not excel any further than you do. You see, with the jar of fleas, once they learned that if they jump only so high not to hit their head on the lid, you can remove the lid and none of the fleas will jump out. Paula and I have had the opportunity to work with many business clients over the years as well as with family and friends. We have observed in many cases that these individuals and businesses were held back by their self-limiting beliefs. We call it the self-fulfilling prophecy syndrome. Through limited beliefs and fears, what is believed is what comes true. These beliefs about themselves and the capacity to succeed limit themselves in their lives. The beliefs may have begun based on some sort of experience, like past failures. But a temporary setback, even if it's dramatic, should never be interpreted as a long-term ultimatum. And what is the outcome? How can we move beyond the limitations that we place on ourselves? The following suggestions will help you to begin to shape positive and self-affirming beliefs, and will help you to begin to move forward in your learning and in your lives more effectively. Number 1, flood your life with new, empowering knowledge. Placing new beliefs in your mind can help empower you and give you a new perspective. I have found that the motivators like Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, Earl Nightingale, and Brian Tracy have helped me to see the world from a new and empowered perspective. Read their books and listen to their audiocast. I also recommend reading the Bible, with special emphasis on the books of Proverbs and Psalms. I have gained deep personal beliefs about my own self-worth, and these beliefs have given me the foundation of confidence in myself and in others. Number 2, remove disempowering relationships and messages from your life. Some individuals are toxic in nature and actually tear down everyone around them. To achieve true success, it is vital that you eliminate these individuals from your life wherever possible. In addition, I strongly recommend limiting the media that you listen to, view, or interact with. Most modern media shows heavily influence our perspective of ourselves and our lives, so be sure to control the flow of information so that it is true, positive, empowering knowledge that is obtained. Number 3, set goals. Plan out what you would like to accomplish in your education and your life, and then identify what exactly must be accomplished to reach each of these goals. When I plan out exactly what I must do to succeed, I realize that the few steps are actually doable, and I often begin to move towards the goals that I've established. Number 4, do something that is difficult. Force yourself outside your comfort zone. None of us like to do that, but it's very important. Accomplishing a difficult task can help to build confidence in your abilities and give you the skills and tenacity required to do something that is even harder. Success breeds success, so set out to do something difficult and worthwhile. And number 5, recognize setbacks as temporary. There is no failure, only feedback. There are no mistakes, just lessons learned. Viewing your shortcomings in this manner enables you to learn from your experiences as you move forward toward personal success. And don't allow fear to hold you back. As the Apostle Paul wrote to his student Timothy in 2 Timothy 1:7, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline." I believe in the power of the individual to achieve great success, and as I work to improve and heighten my self-belief, I believe that I am blessed with opportunities to move forward in exciting new ways. And I'll close with this powerful quote from Les Brown. If you put yourself in a position where you have to stretch outside your comfort zone, then you are forced to expand your own consciousness. Well, that'll finish our podcast for today. If you've missed any of the previous podcasts, please check out Wisdom Trek at iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or on wisdom-trek.com. And tomorrow we will look at creating results in our lives based on getting rid of these self-limiting beliefs. So please join us at our camp tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. And if you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, I encourage each of you to take the time to invest in yourself. First, invest your time in improving Wisdom Trek by leaving your name, email address, and comment on our website so that we can improve Wisdom Trek and provide you with the wisdom and insights that best fit your needs. Number 2, invest in yourself by listening to the 7 minutes of wisdom through Wisdom Trek each day. The easiest way to do this is by subscribing to iTunes and Stitcher so it's downloaded automatically. And number 3, invest in the lives of others by sharing with your families and friends, either in person or online, to join us on our Wisdom Trek each day. And if you haven't done so already, please leave a rating at iTunes or Stitcher so that our reach will become even greater to include more people. The journal for this podcast can be found at wisdom-trek.com, where we also have pictures, tweetable quotes, wisdom nuggets, and free resources. I thank you for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most of all your friend, as I serve you through this Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly or fully, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.